Have you ever wondered how architects design stunning story buildings in Revit? Well, wonder no more. Whether you are just starting out or you've been designing for years, this step-by-step guide will show you how to create a story building in Revit the smart and professional way. From foundation to finish, we'll break it down so anyone can follow along. So grab your mouse, open Revit, and let's start designing like a pro. Hello, welcome to Noble Architects Consult. Is this your first time here? Make it official. Tap the subscribe button. Let's grow together and stay inspired. Don't forget to turn on the notification so you don't miss out. Designing a story building in Autodesk Revit involves a series of logical steps that combine architectural planning, 3D modeling, and documentation. Step 1. Set up your Revit project. Open Revit and start a new project using the architectural template. Click here and change to metric architectural template. Then click OK. The first thing you need to do is to set up a correct unit, whether you are using meters, millimeters, inches, feet, anyone that's suitable for you. Click on Manage Project Units. Here is where you change your format. Let's use this for instance. The length, the default is millimeters. You can change it to centimeters or any of your choice. When you set your desired unit, you click OK and close it. Step 2. Define the levels. On your project browser, open any of the elevations. Here is the levels. So to create more levels, right click on this level, create similar. Follow the guideline, click, drag it to this other end. Let's do the same thing for the roof. Click, drag it to this other side. So we need to rename the levels. This is the natural ground level. Let's use NGL. The second one, ground floor plan. Let's rename this upper floor plan. And the last one, roof plan. If you are designing a multi-story building, the levels will keep going like this. Then let's assign a correct elevation height to match the building design. Highlight the ground floor plan and adjust the height. This is for the DPC. The upper floor plan. I'll use 3000 millimeters for the upper floor. I'll use 3000 millimeters for the height. Then I'll add the slab, which is 150. Then the last one, 3000. When you are done setting the levels, add the grid lines. For you to do that, click on Architecture, Grid, left click and release your hand and drag it down here. Click it. So we have the number 1, the next one, number 2. You repeat this same process till you get the desired number of the grids. For the vertical grid, we'll still do the same thing. As you can see, the numbering still continues. So what you need to do is to click on it, change to alphabet. We have A. Do the same thing. The next one will be B. Now we need to make sure that it is equally spaced at the moment. Click on the dimension to align. So here we can select it and adjust it. We are using 3000 millimeters for each space. Click here and show the bubble. Click on this little icon here. Drag it. And for the spacing, it's just for the purpose of this video. You can adjust the spacing to your specification. Step 3. Create floor plans. We need to create the floor plan at the lowest level, which is the natural ground level. To sketch the wall, click on wall. Here we have different types of walls. It's listed here. Click edit type. Edit. Here you can adjust the size of the block, the wall thickness. I'll use 225. The category. Here you can change the color of the wall material. Let me use default wall. Choose any color of your choice. Then close. To sketch the wall, use any of these tools. I will use the line tool and make sure to centralize it on the grid. So I'll start right here. I'll have this for now. To check the dimension, you can use the dimension tool. Select wall faces here. You can see the dimension. Let's go over to the entrance. We are going to align this with the trim tool. Let's adjust this a little bit. So we have the ante room and the visitors washroom. Let's create the dining area and the kitchen. I think I will have to adjust the living room. To make sure it's accurate, use the dimension tool and check the dimension before you proceed. Let's have the last wall over here. Use the trim tool to trim them over here. We can extend this. Here we need to create a lobby. Let's create the kitchen area. Here is the kitchen and the kitchen veranda. So I'll use this space for the kitchen store. Please don't mind the arrangement, it's just for the tutorial. You can always do something better. Let's trim this. When using this wall, you need to pay attention to the constraints. The top constraint is 8 meters, so we need to adjust the upper floor level. To do that, select all the walls, right click one of them, select all instances. Top constraint connected to upper floor, then click OK. Step 4. The doors and the windows. So let's start with the doors. To create a door, click on Architecture, Door. Here we have the default flush door, but you can load in a custom door here. Click Load Family, then select the door you downloaded. When you load the door into the project, the first thing you need to do is to adjust the height and the width. Here is it, we have default height and the width, or you can make some adjustments. We are going to use 900 doors. Click OK. I'll start to add the doors. I'll need a door here and a door here for the room. To change the orientation, click the space key in your keyboard. Let me add this other one here. I will need a smaller door for the bedroom and the store. To do that, right click it, create similar, edit type. Don't forget to duplicate, because if you don't duplicate it, if you change this value, it will change the other ones. So duplicate it, click OK. Here you can adjust the height and the width. I'll use 750. Then have it here. the second one here, then here for the store. Let me load in the entrance door. Let me use this. This place I will use an arc. So we have two methods of creating an arc. The first one is to edit the wall. Open any of the elevation, select the wall, then edit anything you want to edit. As simple as that. Then the second one, you can use an opening. It's just like a door, but it's an opening. You can download it in revitcity.com. I have an opening here. Select it, open. Here you can adjust the height and the width. Edit type, let me use 2.4 and the width 1.8. When you are placing components, you need to place them in ground floor plan, not the natural ground level. And we made that mistake here. If you've made the same mistake, it's not a big deal. Just highlight the door, change the level in the property dialog to ground floor. Do it for all the doors. To make it easier, just select the door, all instances visible in view. All of them will highlight, then change it to ground floor plan. Same as the toilet doors. To use this opening, just need to create similar, highlight it, create similar, edit. Don't forget to duplicate. Here you can change the dimension. To add the windows, it's still the same process. Click on window, load family, then you can select any window if you need a custom window. Select any window of your choice, open. You add it here. But before you add the window, you need to adjust it. Click edit, the height and the width. I'll use the height of 1500 and the width 900. The seal height. The seal height is the height between the window and the DPC level. So as I'm using a window of 1.5, seal height will be 600. Place the window. If you want to add another categories of window, you still need to use the same process. Select window, load family, and select any window of your choice. I will adjust this for the toilet window. Height 750, width 600. Then the seal height will be 1350. As you can see, the window is not showing well. For you to have a proper view of it, scroll your property dialog, go to view range, edit, increase this. Let's use 9 here and 8 here. Apply. Okay, it's visible now. Let's use this same window here. Create similar, duplicate. Then here you use 1.2 for the width, 1200 millimeters. That's for the stair. Now to view the project in 3D, click on default 3D view. Here's the 3D. You can use the navigation wheel to orbit it. Click and hold to pan. You can rewind it, or you can zoom in or zoom out. So the next thing we are going to do is to add the floor. To do that, click on floor. You can use any of these. Click on floor, edit type. Here we have 150 thickness floor. For you to change the material, you click here. Let me duplicate and change the floor so you can use the tile material. I'll use the acoustic tile for now. Finish it. Now for you to make it faster, you can use the pick line to pick it round the space. You can as well add the ceiling if you want to. To add the ceiling, click on ceiling floor plans, ground floor plan, ceiling. Then click ceiling. We have the automatic ceiling and the sketch ceiling. This is automatic, you can place it. And if it's sketch, you can use any line to form the ceiling. So if it's an enclosed space, you can use the automatic, but if it's kind of open, because the automatic won't work in an open space, then you use the sketch. For the compound ceiling, you can always edit it, the thickness and the color. They are here, you edit it. Let's go back to the ground floor plan. Step 6, add stairs. To add the stairs, click on stair. Revit has some custom stairs here. You need to adjust some few things. We have the U-shaped winder, the L-shaped winder, the spiral stair, and the straight flight. So I will use the straight flight. I need to make some changes. Click on edit type. I will use 150 for the riser and the tread 300. That's the basic adjustment. And here the run width, the actual run width, you can edit it. Let me use 1.2 here. So to sketch it, left click, As you are going, if you look closely, the numbers of risers created is shown here. 10 risers created, remaining 11. You need to follow this so that you'll be properly guided. Let's stop at 10. Left click, follow the guideline again. After everything, you can click to adjust it. Adjust it right here. Then click OK. Select it and adjust it. So when you're done with the basic components, you need to copy it to the upper floor. First of all, let's hide these grid lines. Select one of these grids, click Hide in View, Category. Then select the whole project. Click on Copy to Clipboard. Then select this paste. Then align to selected view. Here you select the upper floor plan. Click OK. Click on the upper floor plan. If you click on this wall, the base level is -6 because of the DPC level we had. To adjust that, select one of the walls, right click and select all instances. Top constraint is roof plan. The top offset, keep it at 0. The base offset, 0. So after copying to this level, you can make some adjustment to it. Let me delete this opening here. Then this space will be used as the master's closet. Before we proceed, we have to save the project. Click File, Save, then type in the name you want to save it with. We'll create an arc here for the closet, same with this other one. Then let's create an arc here for the terrace. And check this out, when we copied the plan to the first floor, we copied the stairs, so we have to delete it. Secondly, we will need to edit the floor we copied. Highlight the slab, click Edit Boundary. Now let's head over to upper floor. Okay, let's edit it. You need to keep this space open. See it now, we can see the space here. I intended using a corner window right here, but I'll need to change it. Sorry about that. So I'll just click and delete. Then let me head over to the floor plan. I'll use this same window down here. So it's just to copy it. Then same thing here. To move it to the upper floor, select it, copy to clipboard, paste, align to selected levels, upper floor. So right here I need a long window. But the issue is that if you increase the height of this window down here or the one up, it cannot intersect this wall upstairs or the one at the ground level. Let's try it. Let me just duplicate it. 4650. It won't intersect this wall. You've seen it. So in cases like this, what I do is that I add the window on the elevation. Let me do this, create similar. First of all, let me use a guideline, a ref plane. Now let me delete both of them. So select the window, come over here, paste it. As simple as that. You do the same thing in this other view. Now let's add the rails. Click on railing. Here you can choose the type of railing that you want. I will use the glass panel here. Click edit type. You will see some little adjustments here. Like the height, you can reduce it. So now let's sketch it here. Let me add it here also. Just sketch the line on the axis that you want the railing. So we'll add the ceiling. Head over to ceiling plan, upper floor, choose the ceiling height offset. I'll use 2.7. Use the automatic ceiling and just pick it. So we head over to step 7, place roof. Head over to roof plan. Over here we don't have anything, it's not displayed. So what you need to do is to scroll down, that's the best level. Select upper floor. Now you can see the plan. For this design, I want to use a hidden roof. So I'll need to add a parapet wall here. So I'll just do it with a wall. Click on wall, duplicate it. Now the base level 0, top constraint unconnected to 900. Let's use 900 for now. Now use the pick line to pick round the external walls. Head over to the roof plan. For us to add the roof, click on architecture, roof, then edit type. This is the default roof thickness. Edit it, change the thickness. I'll use 5. Then the roof material, can change it here. Let's change to roof. Let's use this. You can use the line or any of this. So I will use the pick line. So I need the slope just here and here. The other ones are not needed. So I will need to highlight it and uncheck this define slopes. Then the slope, so I will use the slab to cover this terrace. Let's head over to the upper floor plan. This window and the door not needed. Over here, I want to bless this wall here. So I will use the storefront. Click on wall, click the arrow, storefront. You can adjust the storefront. The height, I'll connect it to 2.7. Sketch the path. Now we'll add some wall extras here. Let's head over to the front elevation. Click this components drop down, model in place, casework, open it, okay. Click on extrusion, pick a plane. You select this plane that we want to work on. Now let's sketch and let's sketch it. Use the trim tool and trim it. The width we'll use 600. Check the copy. Let's extend the 600 over here. Then the thickness is 200 millimeters. 200. Click here, extrusion end. 200. Finish it. Head over to the west and do the same thing. Head over to the roof plan. We want to add a copy around the parapet wall. We are using sweep. Pick path. Pick round the building. Edit type. Go to any of the highlighted elevation. Let's add a copy here. Then for the entrance, we need to create a stair in this area. Open the NGL. First of all, we'll use the wall to set boundaries. Create similar. Change the top constraint to unconnected so you can have a height of 600. Apply. Then sketch it. Here we will create a small stair for the entrance. Click on the components drop down, model in place, casework, okay. Choose sweep, sketch path. Now the sketch path is where you want the stair to cover. Click OK. Edit profile. East. You need to follow this guideline. I will create a simple stair, 450, because our riser height is 150. We need 3 steps here. 150, 300, 150, 300. Finish it. We can copy the same state to that other side. Select it. Click on this little padlock before you can copy it. Copy it over here. Use the rotate tool and rotate it. Now edit the sweep, sketch path, adjust it, finish it. Then we will add the rail here. Click on railing. Same thing we did in that other side. Finish it. This plain wall here. I will add a little cladding. Let me use the extrusion. Pick the plane. Increase the thickness to 150. The next thing, I'll use void extrusion to create some lines. Pick the plane. Now you can create some strips on the wall. I'll divide this space into 6. So use the offset tool and offset 600. So offset 25-ish. Close the lines. Then extrusion end. Use 50. Finish it. If you have any question or contribution, please kindly drop it in the comments section. And if you've not yet subscribed, tap the subscribe button. Let's grow together and stay inspired. We'll add wall extras around the building. Head over to ground floor plan. We're gonna use sweep, model in place, guesswork. Pick the sweep, sketch path. Use the pick line to pick around the area you want to add the wall extras. Edit type. Choose any of the elevations. We're gonna use a very simple design, 50, 50. Let's do the same thing as this other axis. Finish it. Now we need to split this wall and add a bricks material at the lower part. Let's head over to the elevation. We need to change it to realistic. Visual style, realistic. We are going to use the split face tool to split it. Select the face you want to split. This is the face. Then sketch the area you want to split. Most importantly, your line must not overlap with this main line. If it does, you have an error message. Like let's try here. See the error message we got. So at this point, we are going to offset it a little bit so that it won't be noticeable. Let's use 1. Offset it. Finish it. Now you can head over here to paint. Okay, yeah, let's use this. So we'll do the same thing for these other faces. You can as well modify the design, like adding flower pots where necessary and every other thing. So the next thing we are going to do is to create the site. Click on site. You're gonna hide these ones. This is where you plot the survey plan. If you don't know how to plot a survey plan in Revit, I made a video on that. I will leave the link in the description. So for you to add a site, click on Massing and Site, Topo Surface, use the place point. You use this place point to pick the points you had from your survey plan after plotting it. So let's have something simple, and you can adjust it after placing it. So over here, you can change the material. I'll need to duplicate this and change it to grass. Finish it. Now use the sub region to separate the faces. Then click OK. Here we can add material to the subcategory. Select the material. Let me use the asphalt gray. Let's use the realistic color to do it. Add a capstone here. There are different ways to add the capstone. I'll just make it faster and add it with a wall. I'll just select a wall and modify it and use it for the capstone. Just the thickness and the height. When you are done with all the necessary modifications, head over to the site, click on components, then load plants from the family. I'll use the RPC shrub. You can select it and edit, ranging from the height. Then you can change the render appearance here. Let's use this tree. highlight it, copy, duplicate, and make some changes. Change the render appearance to any trace of your choice. You may like to add a fence round. So to add a fence, you just need to edit the type and adjust the thickness, the height. You can as well adjust it. So you can keep modifying the environment with the plants, cars, human beings. Render the project. That's the next step. Click on this little arrow, camera, then pick a view. After picking the view, you can extend the crop section or adjust it. Click on this show rendering dialog. Make some adjustments here. You can use medium. This for a basic rendering. Skin. You can use sun only. If you've added artificial light in the model, you use sun and artificial. But here we've not added artificial light, so we are using sun only. For the style, we are going to use image of a sky. I'll use this, stretch it and finish. If you don't have an image of a sky, you can use few clouds, cloudy, any of them. Then the exposure, you can always do this after the rendering. So let's click the render to start. Okay, that was a very rough rendering. To have a better quality rendering, you can use high or best, then increase the DPI to at least 300. Let's try this again. Okay, this looks a bit better. Now after this, you can adjust the exposure value. You can adjust it here. When you adjust, click apply to show the effect. The shadow, you can still adjust it. The saturation also. The white point, if you want it to be warm, you apply it. As simple as that. Now you can export it to your computer, save it, and you can save the project here. We'll end this session here. In the next session, we'll discuss how to create a presentation drawing and a working drawing. If you are new to Revit or you cannot catch up the video, watch it again. And if you have any question, drop it in the comment section. I will definitely attend to it. If you've not yet subscribed, don't forget to tap the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you'll get notified when we post more videos. The next part will be posted soon. Thank you so much for watching this video.